let's start with the hunger. What makes the brain say you are hungry? Because you said you don't know, but how does the brain know? So I looked into the medical textbooks. I asked experts, and all they can say was, oh, when your blood sugar goes down, you feel hungry, which is true. If you inject somebody with insulin, and if their blood sugar goes down, they will feel hungry. So then they say, how about a diabetic? His blood sugar is very high, you still will get hungry, and they eat sometimes even more. So, oh, you cannot take a diabetic as an example because their metabolism is deranged. Okay, you take a non-diabetic, keep him in the hospital, give him IV fluids, IV glucose, keep the blood sugar high. You don't think he will get hungry? He will get just as hungry as anybody else. Why? Now, as I mentioned earlier, the human body needs over 100 different nutrients. You cannot get all of them from one meal or one food group. Each nutrient, every cell send a signal to the control center what exactly they need. For example, the bones need calcium. Red cells need iron. Thyroid need iodine. So each molecule, each nutrient is reported, the deficiency of each nutrient is reported to the control center. When the total of those deficiencies reach a threshold level, the brain creates a sensation of hunger. Now the brain needs to know whether you are getting the exact nutrient. Just like as I explained in the child with the bone deformity because of vitamin D deficiency, when the child drinks cod liver oil, that message is sent to the brain. Okay, we have gotten enough of this. We don't need anymore. So initially the child enjoyed it, then not. So each time you eat something with a nutrient that your body needs, you will get the sensation of enjoyment. Now, so how does satiation work? Satiation in the sense, if you look at a baby, will the baby look the same volume of milk every time? Just like you won't drink the same volume of water every time. You have the same storage capacity for the stomach. An adult stomach can hold up to 1 liter, as you know. But you don't drink 1 liter. You don't drink to fill up your stomach. You drink to quench your thirst. That comes from the signals in the mouth. As I said, it's not only detecting, but also metering how much is going down. When the metering report matches the deficiency report in the control center, the brain says, okay, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so let me ask you a follow-up then. So if hunger, like you said, if all the different parts of our body need certain nutrients, and when we start to feel deficient in those nutrients, we send the signal up to the brains like, hey, we need this nutrient. And when it gets to a certain point where it's like, hey, the deficiency is large enough, then we have that sensation of hunger. What if somebody is only eating processed foods, and the foods that they're eating are not actually giving them the nutrients that they need? I know oftentimes that's like one of the reasons why you don't really feel as full very quickly when you're eating processed foods, because you're not actually getting the nutrients that you need. So your body's like, I need more, because you're not actually getting the nutrients. But at some point, when you eat enough processed food, you're going to be full. So what is the explanation behind when you do get full by eating enough processed foods, but you haven't actually gotten the nutrients that you need?
That is a mechanical fullness from the stomach, as against the nutrient-based fullness from nutrient registration and intake. So there are two different things. So that is what most people say, oh, it takes 20 minutes to fill up your stomach. That is exactly what happens as you get older. Remember, at age 6, you start listening to the parents, and then they are forced to change from the natural control mechanism to a mechanical mechanism of fullness of the stomach. If you reach that, you're gone, because there is no way you can get it back. This is what happens to the young girls who develop polycystic ovary syndrome, because of they gain so much weight, they cannot get back to control. It is so sad, so unnecessary.
So basically, no, I love that. So basically, we need to try to ensure that we're getting our fullness, that's the signaling from the brain, rather than a mechanical fullness from the stomach.
The signaling from the mouth to the brain.
And what is that signal? Is that a particular hormone, or what is that signal?
No. The degree of enjoyment, as I told you, when you are hungry, if you take that first bite, it tastes so good. As you go in 5 to 10 minutes, that intensity of enjoyment goes down. Stop it right there. That's all you have to do. The brain is already sending you the signal. You had enough of nutrients from this food. All you have to do is listen to your brain. And this is why in the first book I wrote, the title is Eat, Chew, Live. People, the number one problem is we are eating so fast. We are eating foods that does not require chewing. And even if you chew, you are not paying any attention to what is happening into the intensity of enjoyment. That's such a simple thing. A baby can do it. A toddler can do it. Why can't we?
Yeah. Wow. That's great.